So, it's 22nd of September. We'll take a look at what's going on up in here. So, everything is still very green and lush and cropping like mad. So, let's have a look, see what we have. So, these are the long sweet peppers. Lots of them going on in here, various kinds. There's a variety of them. I just did a pick this weekend, so not too many big ones left. And this is a other variety called Cali Wonder. They're going awful dark. I'm just leaving these to see just how dark they'll go. It'd be funny if they end up being purple. But these ones back here and here kind of turning a little red. Not sure while I'm at it. This is a crispy hybrid. These ones are all turning red again. I just did a pick yesterday, it must have been. I went through, got a lot of them, and then these little yellow peppers are just absolutely fantastic. They're lemon drop, they're called. They're going great. It's not a very tall pepper though, so it just makes a very small little shrub, which is a bit of a nuisance, but made it work out this time. Okay, back in the back here, there are cayenne peppers. Now I grew these ones from seeds that I saved last year, so some of them are probably interbred with another variety that's around, so some of them are kind of big, but that's okay. And this back row is another long pepper variety, but they didn't do too well because of the just the amount of shade from the apple tree. So there's not a lot of productivity off of that one, but the others are going tall. That's like 5 feet tall there, so it is. Okay, we had a bit of drought and didn't get watered necessarily, so some of these are looking a bit shriveled, but this is a cherry variety. Got it off of the seeds that I saved from the shop, so I just call them red and green. So County Mayo cherry tomatoes there. This is a different variety. I don't remember the name right now. Eggplants, I don't know why I waste my time with these things. They take forever to get going. They grow slow. Then you get a few, and then winter comes, and then you're just left with what you had. But they do look nice. Nice purpley flowers on them anyway. So there's two different varieties. And these ones just have not done well at all this year. Oh, I think I see one. No, maybe I didn't. Oh well. Okay. Roma tomatoes. These got in a little late. A lot of that's the theme for the garden this year. Stuff got planted late, but they're starting to change colours now. Thing is with this one, as soon as one of them goes red, the local squirrels tend to find it and make themselves known. So there's not a lot in this bed. Climbing tomatoes, this is a yellow variety. Not too pushed about them. The flavor's okay, but they split easily, and then as soon as they do, the fruit flies find them, and so you have to process them basically immediately, which is kind of a nuisance, not what you want. So that's what's growing up on this side all along, and on this side is a slicer variety. So again, these are tomatoes grown from seeds that I saved from the shop, or from a tomato I got at the shop, and they're doing fine. They'll probably keep on going, but it's September now, so they start dying down. I have two varieties in here. This is a pink tomato. This will eventually go pure pink, and I have another one over on this side, but they have the same problem as the yellow ones in that they split fairly easily. You know, it's the difference between the heirloom varieties and the hybrids, is that the heirloom ones tend to split fairly easily. Goodness me, getting crowded out here. Alright, so this is the beefsteak variety. I did a very big pick yesterday, and got all that were red or red-ish, but they each weighed about £1 a piece, and so I got about 3 gallons of tomato sauce once I processed it. Goodness me. But it's absolutely bonkers. Very densely. I packed 8 tomato plants into this one bed. And probably not a smart move on mature recollection. But plenty of them in there. They'll keep going for a while. So each of them are just bloody enormous. Alright, on the cage, last minute plantings. I planted some pickling cucumbers. They didn't get much of a chance because they were just crowded out by light, but I did get a couple of little pickles on there. So, not too many. This side of the bed, what a fucking mess. So, this is jalapenos and habaneros. So I've been picking the habaneros as they turn orange. And there's obviously plenty left to go. The jalapenos, basically I've kind of left them on there until they turn red. They're good now, but I have so many red ones that just didn't get in there doing too much picking. Oh well. Goodness, another horse of a plant here. So this is the San Marzano tomatoes, and there's 5 plants in a 8-foot bed here, but the ones closer to the back here had the taller cages, so they grew taller. But I just picked all the red ones off, or almost all the red ones off there just a few minutes ago. But and of course I missed a few, so we'll get them in a minute. Okay, we have spring onions still and leeks. The spring onions are ready to come out at this point. And this half triangle is where all the carrots were. Those are long gone. Okay, we have red cabbages. Another crop, but I go, why do I bother? Because this year was just ravaged with caterpillars. And you can see plenty of caterpillar damage in there, all the chewing that's happened on them leaves. Which is annoying, because then it'll ruins the entire head. But there's been a different variety of caterpillars that have showed up this year that seem to be more voracious than my normal green ones. So I had to rip out a few that were just completely infested. Okay, this mess is zucchinis, and I've already picked all of the zucchinis that I feel like picking, but there's still a few more hanging on down there, and might get a couple more out of this, but not much. They're all overcome by powdery mildew. That's why they're all white like that. So there's that. Beans, another late start, but I'm getting beans now, so I might get a couple of weeks of cropping out of there. There's plenty of flowers going on, so there, in theory I could get a lot out of this. Jeez, I got a path is ruined. Cucumbers up this side, a variety called Straight 8, and there you go. Got a half dozen of them picked yesterday. Ooh, I climb across the bed. Ooh, Jesus Christ. And that's taken up all sides of the cage, and there's a couple more still on the go in there, and we'll see how many we get. But you can see they're already starting to die back. It's September, so they didn't even have a chance. Poor buggers. Oh, more of them. They just kind of jump out at you, don't they? Poblanos. I did not plant these from seeds because my seeds didn't take off, so these are the only plants in here that I actually went out and bought. And producing some fruit, which is what you want. Back in the back, cherry tomatoes. So that's the yellow variety, which I saved from a seed, or saved from a tomato that grew here years and years ago, and I just keep regrowing them, and they keep coming back. Another cherry variety. Looks like the birds have been getting at them, and so you can see it's starting to get eaten a bit, so I have to get in here now. Yeah, because those 3 are all just pecked right off, and so I have to go in and recover the rest of them here in a few minutes. More cayenne peppers that I planted because I forgot that I'd planted cayenne already. Oh well. And then these are a couple of pearl tomatoes to make the teeny tiny, itsy bitsy tiny tomatoes, size of your fingernail. And that's about all I care to show right now. Harvested all of my pumpkins over the weekend. I got 19 pumpkins out of the pile. And now it's just trying to keep up with the tomatoes, because they're just coming like mad, so they are. But let's see if I can go find my basket from earlier. But yeah, lush is certainly a word I would use. And that's just the pickings from the last 20 minutes or so. And that will do it for today. Bye.